So I'm at Chester Station for the official launch of the Transport for Wales Class 197. Class 197002 is there behind me, and Transport for Wales are allowing the public to step on board today and take a look at the trains for the first time. I had already been on a mock-up of a Class 197 located at Taftswell in South Wales, but it's always good to actually step on board the actual trains that will be in service, which is exactly what we're going to be doing in this video. We'll take a full tour of the interior of the trains. I have done a video of the Class 197 with more of the technical specifications, fleet numbers and things like that in a separate video. I'll post a link to that in the description below if you want to watch that video, because this video is just primarily going to be about the launch event that's happening today, and we're going to take a good look inside the trains themselves as well. So we're going to step on board this unit for the first time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick walk from the top to the bottom. We'll check out the cab first of all, because I think that's what most people want to see, don't they? They always want to see the cab. So there we are, we've got the cab of the Class 197. That panel there is actually a door, so that will actually close over well towards there, 90 degrees, and then that will give you access to the cab end connectors when two units are connected together. We've got another seating there for the guard or driver trainer, and yeah, basically there's the cab, all very nice and shiny and new. And then we're just going to take a quick walk all the way to the bottom of the vehicle. So that was just a quick walkthrough of all three carriages of this unit. Now I think it's time for the obligatory seat comfort test, see how comfortable they are compared to a Class 700, which is my new benchmark for hardness. I have done a separate video on the Class 196s, which are being introduced on West Midlands Railway, and those seats were firm. Now when I went to see the mock-up of the Class 197 at Taftswell, the guys at Transport for Wales were very keen to stress that these seats are more comfortable than 195s. Now I didn't find 195 seats particularly uncomfortable, but these are quite nice. I think they're less firm than the 196 units, definitely, I think that's for sure. And yeah, they've got these little nice headrests here. I think, not sure if it's leather, probably is, but yeah, just a nice little touch there. And obviously that moquette, and it's yeah, they're actually pretty good. You could potentially be on one of these units for up to 3 hours, maybe even a little bit more, I think. So it is important that these are comfortable units to sit on for long periods of time, and I think I give this my seal of approval. Definitely far away from the Class 700s, that's for sure. If we just take a look at some of the amenities we've got, so it does say we've got charging points here. If I go underneath, you can see we do have a charging point. We have three. So we've got a plug socket, 3-pin plug socket. We've got 2 USB charging points there. You've got one under each seat. These are at the table seats, obviously, with the table there. If you want to find your charger for the airline seats, they are in a similar sort of position. And again, you've got the 3-pin plug and 2 USB sockets. So yeah, we have got charging facilities at every single seat as far as I'm aware. So yeah, and then we've got these nice little tables. Give it a bit of a knock. Actually, that's pretty, not sure what like or if the 195s have these, but that seems like a proper sturdy table. And if we pull this out, is it going to pull out? There's a pull out thing here that doesn't want to pull out. That's not good, is it? Right, is there a trick to it that I'm not? There we go, it's just a little bit stiff. They are brand new, aren't they? So I think we'll forgive them a little bit of stiffness, but yeah, you've got that there. Let's just move over to here. Can I? Yeah, you can see if I lift this up, you do have a little bit of leg room. I mean, I haven't got the longest legs in the world, but I'd still say that that is pretty good leg room. Let's just stretch out a little bit. Now the only thing, I did notice this in the Class 196s, is the seats have a bar, which I don't know if you can see. Let's go right down there, just give that a bit of a kick, which if you want to kind of stretch out is a little bit annoying to be honest, but yeah, there is plenty of leg room there. I mean, who sits like this? I know most people don't, but sometimes you just do like to stretch your legs. But yeah, let's just take a look at this table again for your laptop. There you've got two like cup holder things there, haven't you? Not cup holders, but rings where your cups would go. So you can definitely work, I think, with a laptop on this table, and it does feel like a quality table. It has a nice quality feel to it. So there we are, plenty of amenities on these new units. So this is the space for wheelchair users. I'm not sure actually exactly how many wheelchair spaces there are, but we do have two of these emergency panels here, the intercom to get in contact with the conductor or the driver. There is USB charging in that panel as well, so the space here and another one here. We do have tip-up seats, so there's even more space as well. So we've got those tip-up seats. Not the comfiest of things, but again, it's just a little tip-up seat. And then we do have a normal airline style seat with again plug and USB charging, and another passenger information display. We do have a bathroom, which is the only one on these units. I think this is the only contentious issue on these trains, is the amount of bathrooms available, the amount of toilets. I think a 3-car unit may only have one compared to a 175, which has, I'm pretty sure, is it 2 or 3 in a 3-car set? But yeah, there we go. The wheelchair spaces just here in one of the driving vehicles. Obviously it's a 2-car set. I'm guessing in a 3-car set they'll still be in the driving vehicle. So this is the cycle storage area. Officially there are space for 2 cycles here with straps. Where are the straps? There we are. Strap there to secure your bike. Obviously you've got tip-up seats if there are no bikes here. More storage space here. Only one slight niggle is I don't think there's a ton, considering there's got to be a lot of tourists on these trains who are travelling on holiday to Wales and around Wales. Possibly could do with a little bit more storage. Again, unofficially, the area here could be used for another bike if needs be. I would suggest 2, maybe not enough, but it is a big compromise, isn't it? You've either got to have less seats and more cycle storage, or the other way around. So the compromise has been struck. 2 cycle spaces officially, but possibly more storage in the centre section between doors. This centre cabinet here is just all to do with catering and things like that. I'll just quickly zoom into the panel there so you can read what it says. It's just nothing exciting, just stuff for catering, water tanks and stuff like that. But I do like to go into a little bit of detail, which I think the only kind of positive thing we can gain from that is these trains will have a trolley service on board, which obviously is, for a service such as Transport for Wales, Wales and Border Services, a trolley service is kind of a must. So it's good to see that that will be retained on these units. So there we are, just a brief look around one of Transport for Wales' new Class 197 that's going to be introduced on their Wales and Borders services. Transport for Wales are saying they're aiming for the end of this year. Hopeful maybe that they'll be introduced a little bit sooner, but that goal of the end of the year is what they're kind of aiming for and saying publicly. So fingers crossed you should be able to step on board one of these units yourselves very soon. It's not very far away, you know, 5 to 6 months away, and then they'll be in service. They are, I think they're comfortable trains. I think they're pretty good. I think the seats are possibly a little bit more comfortable than a 195, but you'll have to judge for yourself. But definitely for those 2-3 hour journeys, they should be more than comfortable enough. And we do have that catering and service as well, so that just brings a bit of extra, not comfort let's say, but it's just a bit of extra for the passengers on those long journeys. But crucially, it will allow Transport for Wales to increase the capacity of the services. So Manchester to South Wales services will be 5-car trains rather than the usual 2 or 3-car trains that you get currently. So that will be a big win for passengers on those long distance services. Hope you found this video informative. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, do hit that like button and consider subscribing. But I'm going to leave it there for today. Say until next time, bye bye.